Might be someday far away. Yeah, I'm going fast, so I'm switching lanes. Didn't wanna switch up on the game. What's up, Schlambo FM, and let's get straight to it. For the first time in Football Manager 21, we took a bit of a break, probably about, 3-4 months, something around there, just because I was busy with, I had school stuff, I was just busy in general, but we're back now. School's almost over, and we're just getting this started back up. Football Manager 21 just came out, so we're starting with an Arsenal save, and I don't know how long this is going to go, considering that, it's a pretty solid team already. We already have pretty good players. If I show you the squad we have right now, it's already pretty solid. These are the board's expectations. They want to qualify for the Europa League, which, that should be easy enough. The media thinks we're going to come in 5th anyway. Then in the Europa League, they want us to get to the final. That should be more difficult, so it's obviously a pretty big priority for them, success in the Europa League. And then in the FA Cup, we have to make the semifinals. So we're not going to be able to rotate as much as I would have liked because we have to do well in these competitions. But Carabao Cup gives us a pretty decent chance to rotate. Community Shield already happened. I didn't think it was important enough to show you guys. Plus, I wanted to get more of my transfer activity done. So we lost, unfortunately. It was obviously against Liverpool. We lost 3-2. It could have been a lot worse considering how good Liverpool is as a team. Our preseason didn't go incredibly. We won 3 of the games. We lost 2, tied 1. This thriller 5-5 draw against Osasuna. But the Lazio game we lost. Pepe missed a penalty, unfortunately. And then this Liverpool game we lost 3-2. Pepe scored 1. El Neni scored an absolute banger. But then in the 86th minute, Wijnaldum went through on goal and he scored it in the bottom corner. So unfortunately we lost the Community Shield. I'm coming to you with the first 2 games this season today. The game against West Brom and then a week later a game against Brighton away. Let me show you the transfers that we made so far. So I'm going to start with the outs. We started with El Neni. He is a pretty decent player, and Arteta has been giving him more chances in real life this season, but I decided that he wasn't going to be part of the squad. When I made up my squad registration, he didn't make it, so I thought I might as well transfer list him. And so he's going to be on loan at Valencia, and then he's going to join permanently the next season. So obviously he's played there for a while, and he played there for a little bit in real life. Did he not play there for... Who am I thinking of? Who? Did El Neni never play at Valencia? Is this correct, or am I tripping? Who am I thinking of? I'll be right back. Apparently he just never played there, so I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, he's going to be playing there now. And then the next transfer that we made with Socrates, he's on $100,000 a week, which is obviously a ton no matter who you are. And I just didn't see him as part of the squad, so I loaned him out to Burnley. He is transfer listed as well, but with a lot of these players, especially with the COVID restrictions, there's just not that much money to go around, and nobody wants to be spending on Socrates, which is understandable as he's 32 years old, not that great, and makes $100K a week. The next person I loaned out was to Marseille. Is going to be David Luiz. He's another one where he just makes a lot of money, and I just kind of want to move on from that era of the club where they just sign players that I just don't like. So David Luiz is not going to be staying here. I loaned him out for now. I hope to sell him next year when there's, or I think his contract runs out too, so I think he might just end up going on a free. I wanted to sell him, but unfortunately, obviously he's out on loan, so he'll probably just end up going on a free, which, at least we don't have to pay as much of his wages this year, and then so we're not losing out on as much as we would be otherwise. Emil Smith-Rowe, obviously a great young prospect. I'm pretty sure he has 5-star potential. I could be wrong. You can't see it, I don't think, while he's out on loan, but even if he doesn't, I know he's a very good prospect. We loaned him out to Mönchengladbach. Hopefully he'll get some pretty decent game time there. Obviously Germany is a great place for the young English players to go, get some game time in a high quality league, and so that's really the point there, because I want him to be a great prospect for this team. Now to start the ins, the board wanted me to have get another center back to replace David Luiz. At the time, I didn't really know what kind of system I was playing. I kind of regret this signing wholeheartedly, but anyway, here we go. We have Sviatchenko. He's not great, no, but he's here. He's here. It wasn't the best signing. I'm not gonna say that it was. I'm not gonna try to lie. So if I go to his attributes, he's gonna be playing center back on defend. His mentals are good. His technicals really aren't bad. like he's not a bad player in any like stretch of the imagination, but he's just not great. Like there's nothing about him that was like he's definitely not a ball playing player at all. He has 12 first touch. His passing is just 12. You know, he's not like an incredible ball playing defender. So he's just going to be playing on center back on defend. But he's going to be playing a little bit more since Gabriel unfortunately is injured at the moment. And not only that, David Luiz and Socrates also being loaned out. Here's the other signing I made: Arkadiusz Milik, whatever. We're just gonna call him Milik, right? Because that's a stupid ass name. So he's worth 37 million. We ended up getting him for 9.5. It was one of the. We only had actually 7 million after I sold all the clauses and everything. But what I did was I asked the board to step in, and they did. So we ended up being able to spend 9.25 million on Milic. You know, he's a player with a pretty high reputation, but he was transfer listed as Napoli has just brought in Osimhen, obviously. He obviously had this great year for Ajax that led Napoli to buy him in the first place. But he also had some very decent years for Napoli as well. The second to last year, the 18-19 season, he had 17 goals in 35 games. And the year after that, 11 and 26 really isn't bad either. So to get him for just 9.25 million, I feel like is a pretty good deal. And he'll be a great backup player for us, as right behind Lacazette. So this is the system I'm going to be playing. It's like a tiki-taka system, 4-2-3-1 wide. I was originally going to play like a more of a like 5-2-3 system, sort of like kind of what Arteta was playing in real life. Like if I was going to, just to show you what I was going to play, it was going to be more like, this is what I was originally going to play, something like this. And then I just didn't really end up liking it, because what I want to do is let me clear this so it doesn't just mess up the scouting. But Jesus, holy crap, what happened? Why did this happen? I was just trying to show you a formation. Anyway, now that I have that all fixed, basically, I realized that I want to use Ozil because I don't have, obviously, the political pressure from the board that Arsenal and Arteta do in real life. So I don't just want to waste away the incredible talent that Mesut Ozil has. Like, these stats are still, even though they're going down, these stats are still unbelievable. His physicals aren't bad, but his technicals are really where it's at. 19 first touch, 18 passing, 19 technique. Like, these stats are just incredible. And then his mentals are great, too. His anticipation, composure, flair, off the ball, vision are all just incredibly high. So I don't want to just waste that on the bench. So what I did actually, just to show faith in him even more, I gave him 2 more years and a $325,000 per week. I'm pretty sure that's what he was on already, or he might have been on 350, somewhere around that. But I gave him 2 more years on his contract. Now it expires in 2022. So or I think I extended it 1 more year, so now it's a 2-year contract basically. So he's gonna. I'm putting faith in Ozil to be a key player for us, and then Partey and Ceballos are gonna play together in this central mid spot. You know, Ceballos sit more as a deep line playmaker, and then Partey kind of block stuff up, make tackles. I know he's supposed to be more of a creative player, but honestly, with Ozil in here, I don't really need 2 playmakers. Well, especially because Ceballos is already playing playmaker, I don't need 3 playmakers. And then Alba on this side, Pepe on this side, and Lacazette up front. And then I'll have Milic as like the backup striker for Lacazette, so I can keep Alba out left, because we really don't have another left winger I want to use. Like, Saka's good and all, but like I really like that's first team ready right at the moment. Here's the first chance of the game in just the 2nd minute. Ball up to Pepe, and it goes over the goal. It's good to see us start, attacking right at the beginning of the match. And here's another highlight just from the goal kick, right from that chance. You see Tierney win the ball here. Aubameyang has a lot of space down the line. He doesn't take it though, but Tierney looks like he's going to be the one that takes it. He's running down the line, finds Aubameyang. Aubameyang could take a shot, and he does, but Johnston makes a pretty easy save, honestly. Krovanovic has just played through Karlan Grant. Karlan Grant shoots it, and West Brom, against the run of play, in just the 4th minute of the match, go up 1-0. That is not ideal. That is not, because... See, the issue I have here is that that's just an incredible ball, but I don't understand why he's given that space. There's only one player up there in the striker positions challenging these 2 center backs right here, and I don't here is showing it again, right? Like, neither of them are running with it, because I guess this is the new guy. I forgot what his name is. I'm not gonna remember it right away anyway. But Sviatchenko, he pops up, and then Holding doesn't keep running with him. So what happens is he's just not marked at all. Now Aubameyang's gonna put a ball in. I guess he's looking for Lacazette. He can't find him. Great ball from Ceballos outright though. If Bellerin wants to put one in, or there's Aubameyang has a ton of space here. Never mind, he lost it. Ozil, instead of putting a crossing, he looks for Partey. Okay, we're just We're just playing it around. Find Lacazette, and Lacazette finishes. What a finish from Lacazette. Aubameyang just plays it so he can hit it first time, but he hits it right in the corner. That's a brilliant finish from Lacazette. We watch the replay again, and this is very outdated as they decide to pop it up right when we score and tie the game back up. But Aubameyang hits it right into Lacazette. That's a great finish from Lacazette. You'd want the keeper to do better there, but I mean we don't. But just in general, West Brom would want the keeper to do better there. But now we've equalized, and hopefully we can push on from here. Now Partey has the ball, when it looks like we're trying to build up another attack, and it is surprising how many chances we're seeming to be creating in just this amount of time. Like we're only in the 19th minute. We've already had like 4 or 5 highlights, but now it looks like they could actually be countering us here. But no, Tierney takes the ball, and now do they have enough back? They do have numbers back, it looks like, so we're just going to kind of play it slower. Because they really aren't sending that many players forward here. You see all their whole back four is back here. But Lacazette is onto the ball. That's a great ball into him, and he has to do better there. That's not a good finish at all. Johnson makes an easy save, really, because it's hit right into him. Tierney into Sviatchenko. Sviatchenko heads it down. How has Pepe missed that? That's the worst miss I've ever seen, but it looks like he was offside, so he's off the hook here. But he just walks into the ball, and he just walks into it, and there's an open goal. It's just a completely open goal. And now it looks like they're saying that Pepe is hurt. He's on a 7.4 right now. It looks like he's playing a great match, but unfortunately we have to take him out. It looks like I think we're just going to put Willian in. That seems like the easiest thing. Like for like replacement. So we're just going to put in Willian and see if he can continue the high level play Pepe was providing us before he got hurt. Although in basically all statistical categories we're dominating them, we don't have enough shots on target, but our XG is 1.39 to just their 0.14. However, it is still 1-1. They have 1 shot on target, and they converted it. I mean, they've done nothing since, as you can see at this point in the XG chart. So what we're going to have to do, I have it on positive right now. I think I'm going to have to bring it up to attacking because they're really not providing any sort of attacking threat, so we don't really have to worry about the counter as much, I don't think. So I'm going to say I'm not happy with their performance at all. The boys have not been playing well enough. We should not be tying this game. I'm going to bring this to attacking. Now West Brom have a free kick here. They put it into the box. Partey wins in. Now Sawyers and Ozil look like they're racing. Obviously Ozil doesn't win that. He doesn't have the pace, but that's a terrible back pass right to Lacazette. Now Ozil could find him, but instead he looks like he's just going to take it himself. Then he finds Lacazette, but puts him in a not the best angle, but Lacazette into Aubameyang. Great pass from Lacazette, and now Arsenal take the lead. It is 2-1 Arsenal here, and I think I go back into positive now that we have the lead. And that's Aubameyang's first goal of the season. He's going to be one of the contenders for Golden Boot this season, and look at this ball from Lacazette, though. I mean, Aubameyang's in a ton of space, but Lacazette sees it perfectly, and Johnston has no chance, because that's a great finish into the bottom corner from Aubameyang. Now Pereira with the corner. This is how the last highlight started that gave us a goal, but this time it looks like it's for them as they hit the post. It looks like a ton of commotion down there, and then they ended up hitting the post. Aubameyang has so much space here if Lacazette wants to find it. Lacazette could find Aubameyang. Look at all this space now, but Lacazette, he looks for him, but Furlong heads it out. Unfortunately, we can't make the most out of that. I mean, Aubameyang was in acres, absolutely acres of space there. Now Ozil has a free kick in a match we continue to be absolutely dominant. That's a great ball into Holding, but he just heads it wide, and Ozil puts in another incredible ball on a 7.1. Not bad for just returning to first team play. Looks like, however, Tierney is getting very tired, so we're going to make our second substitute of the game. I forgot about the injury to Nicola Pepe, so we're going to put in Maitland-Niles, who actually in this game just got his first England cap. Obviously in real life he actually just got his first one pretty recently too, but he just got his first England cap before the season started. Now Ozil looking to put in another good ball. It was towards Lacazette, but he doesn't find him. Willian's first to it though, and maybe we could add to this lead. We definitely do not want to let them back in this game, considering how dominant we've been throughout it. Willian finds Bellerin again. He has a ton of time. Finds Ozil. Back to Thomas Partey. Ozil, Lacazette, look at this football, and into Willian. Willian heads it towards Aubameyang. That's one of the best goals I've ever seen. What a team goal that was. That reminiscent of the old Arsenal, the 2011, 2012 days when you had Wilshere and Ramsey and Giroud. Look at this play. Ceballos into Ozil. Lacazette, Ceballos over the top to Willian. Willian heads into the path of Aubameyang. That's a brilliant goal, and Aubameyang gets his second. Great play from the boys. And with 2.5 minutes left, I'm going to take Aubameyang out of the match. He's had a great match, and I'm going to let Saka, get some sharpness. I don't know if 2.5 minutes is really going to do anything, but I just don't want anything to happen to Aubameyang, so we're not going to risk it. We're just going to put Saka in for the last 3 minutes and see what happens. I'm assuming we're going to finish winning, and we do 2.5 to 0.26 in the XG. You can see how much we dominated. Aubameyang ends up being the man of the match with the 8.3 rating, exactly what we like to see. A great performance from Lacazette as well. Ozil comes back playing well. The whole team plays well. Nobody really slacked at all. Even Sviatchenko with a 7.0. That marking we saw in the beginning was terrible, but we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to take the win and go into Brighton. I'm not exactly sure what their stadium's called again, but we're going there and we're going to win our second in a row. So we've ended up sending Kolasinac on loan to Leicester. So I would have rather not sent a player to a Premier League team like that, but unfortunately, especially when competing for this same sort of finish that we are, but unfortunately, he was rejecting all the offers from other places like Betis, places like that. So I think he wanted some sort of European football. Leicester is, of course, in the Europa League, so he's going to be going there. I'm sure he'll provide good depth for them, as they obviously going into Europa League. And it's not like a competition their squad was necessarily prepared for depth-wise, so he'll provide that for them, and he'll also get some of the wages off our books. So, it's just win-win. Unfortunately, our squad really was not happy that I wasn't our squad was not happy that I was considering selling him. The whole team sort of revolted against me. If I go to my dynamics, they're probably still not too happy. The leadership support has gone up a little bit now, but they were not happy with me at all. There's a lot of players who were really upset. I think it was like 18 or something like that. So the squad really was behind Kolasinac. But now that he's gone, hopefully that unrest will be gone, will fade away a little bit. Okay, this is the lineup we're going to go with for the Brighton match. It's the exact same lineup as last game. The only difference I made, or the only change I made, is on the bench. I took out Milic, as I let him play with the 23s to get some sharpness, as his sharpness was really low. So he's kind of tired now. Gabriel also played with the 23, so he's not ready for this game yet either. So we're going to go with Sviatchenko and Holding at the back again. And then Saliba's on the bench. I don't remember exactly which one of these players was on the bench last game, but one of them wasn't, and now they are. So that's basically what I'm saying. All right, the first highlight of the match comes in the 8th minute. Tierney throws it into Ozil, and it looks like Aubameyang's coming more inside. Aubameyang has it, finds Pepe. Pepe's shot is hit by Ryan, but I guess it came in with too much power, and it's Pepe's first goal of the Premier League season, second goal in all competitions, and we take the lead in just the 9th minute. Yet again, it looks like we are starting out with flying so far. Ozil finds Aubameyang, or it wasn't even Ozil, it was Tierney that found Aubameyang inside. Then the ball bounces off, the clearance bounces off Aubameyang into the path of Pepe, and there's just nothing that Ryan can do about Pepe's shot, as it just comes in with too much power. So we go up 1-0, and I know Brighton is not the strongest of teams, and neither was West Brom, but we're starting out brilliantly so far this season. Now Pascal Gross puts a corner in the 36th minute, going towards dunk, and what has just happened? Somehow it's a goal. It's gone off Rob Holding. It's a Rob Holding own goal. There was a lot of shit that just went down in there. I saw that, I think it was Bellerin was trying to clear it. Bellerin hits it off the head of Holding into the corner. We're going to go on attacking because we just have had a lot of possession. They haven't created much at all, but neither have we, rather. So unfortunately, after the calamitous own goal that we scored and an XG of only 0.48 at halftime, we have to do more in this second half if we want to come away with all 3 points. We had started out well in this match, but we just were not good enough. We were not composed enough in our own defending our own goal, and that led to them equalizing, or really us equalizing for them. So we have to do better in the second half. Another highlights come here in the 54th minute. And they're trying to play out of their own defensive area, and they can't do it successfully. Ozil finds Aubameyang. What a nice slotted through ball, and Aubameyang has started absolutely brilliantly so far, and it has now found his third goal of the season so far. He had 2 goals and 1 assist in the first game. I don't know if that last goal, if the Pepe goal will count as his assist, but if it does, that means that he has been involved in every single goal we've scored this season, and it just shows how key of a player he is. And Ozil, what a brilliant ball that was, and just a great finish from Aubameyang as we go up 2-1. This is now when I wish I had Milic on the bench, but we don't, so we're going to take out Lacazette. He's just not had a great match. We're going to put in Eddie Nketiah. I always forget how to say his name. We're going to take out Lacazette, put in Nketiah, and see if he can perform well. With 5 minutes left, I'm hoping we can just hold on. So I'm actually just going to put Saka in and take Aubameyang out as he's starting to get a little bit tired. And again, we just don't want anything to really happen to him. He has poor fitness right now, or poor condition rather. His sharpness is still good. Obviously, it's a low risk of injury from this, but I just want to take him out and put in Saka. Saka's a great young player as well, so I mean, obviously, hopefully he can create something for Eddie. And if not, then we just win the game 2-1 and we squeak out of Brighton with a result. We have another highlight here in the 90th minute here, and it's on our side of the pitch, so hopefully it's not a counterattack. But we have Ozil with the ball near their final third, finds Cedric on the left. I took Tierney out and put Cedric in a ton of space. Cedric looks for Pepe. It's not a great ball. It's really just kind of a jump ball in the air and where the defender's always going to win. But now Bellerin has space to put a ball and find Saka, and Saka scores his first goal of the season. And, you know, considering he's only really played about 6 minutes this season, that's not a bad end product so far. That's a great ball in from Bellerin, though, and Saka really can only finish from there. But, you know, it's just great to see a young player like Saka, 18 years old, I believe. Let me check on that just so I'm not giving out incorrect information. Saka is 19 years old. For some reason, his stats are going down. That's obviously not ideal for a player of that age. He's worth 27 million already. He's 19 years old. You know, he's obviously a exciting young prospect, Saka. And then we have Martinelli, who's currently hurt, but hopefully he continues his development. We're going to put this back on. We'll keep it on our formation for now, and we're just going to let the game ride out. Okay, hopefully this is our attack. Otherwise, I mean, I think we'll be fine even if it's not. If they score here, it's still 3-2 with 2 minutes left. I mean, it would make things more interesting, like from a neutral perspective, but obviously it's not what we want to happen. But now Saka's attacking their defense again. Could he score yet again? Then this time, that's a poor shot. It was a much more difficult chance, but he has to do better than that. Has to get that at least on target. And we end the match winning 3-1, and while that looks good, the XG tells a different story. We really only won by, 0.15 on XG, so we have to be more decisive, create more opportunities. We can't have 62% possession and still really not be creating enough chances. We only create 1.12 XG off of 62% chances. I mean, 62% possession, that's just not good enough at all. So Lacazette really had a poor match. Aubameyang, again, is man of the match with a goal and an assist. Unfortunately, he lost his streak of being involved in every goal after he came off and Saka scored. But I mean, you can't be involved in a goal that you weren't on the pitch for. So not as great of a match from the rest of from the boys, but great start to the season so far, and I'll come back in a second to show you what matches we'll come back for. So here's what we're going to come back for. We're going to play through these matches in the interim between episodes, and then the next episode, episode 2, is going to be Leeds and then Chelsea. Obviously, we want to... Chelsea Man City could have been a good place to come back, but I just feel like we wouldn't have gotten through enough of the season. So we're going to play Leeds and then Chelsea. Leeds obviously are a fun attacking side. Hopefully we'll still be winning matches. Obviously this could break up our form, but we want to really also show a test against a team that's, you know, similar to us, if not just a little bit better. So we're going to come back around that time, and you know, I'll see you guys then. With that being said, see you guys later. Schlats and slices. 80 on the dash, one cynical, purple tinted Lambo, indigo, 2 girls from my show, identical. Out of this world, that they went to a festival. They're going crazy.